Little people, big world. Audrey Roloff shares how she fell in love with Jeremy. If there's one husband and wife tandem in the entire reality TV universe that couples should look to as relationship goals, Jeremy and Audrey Roloff from Little People, Big World should definitely be it. The two have showcased their love for each other on social media every chance they get, and based on that alone, Jeremy and Audrey undeniably look like the perfect couple. Audrey shared an old photo of her and Jeremy looking at each other affectionately while sitting inside Blue Moon, their old light blue Volkswagen microbus. The photo reminded Audrey of the time she and Jeremy used to only meet on Sundays and go ride on the bus, as Audrey called it, which the two had to run and push start a number of times. "I do miss Blue Moon," Audrey said. "It was the means of transportation when we were falling in love." Audrey was a bit more personal and melancholic than she usually is as the reality show star shared how she fell in love with her future husband and she has Blue Moon to thank for. The microbus allowed her and Jeremy to meet as often as they could to find out more about each other and develop their own love story. "I didn't fall in love with Jeremy by spending time with him on Sunday and thinking about him on occasion throughout the week," Audrey said. "Rather, I fell in love with Jeremy by spending time with him and getting to know who he was, is, and wanted to become. The more time I spent with Jeremy, the better I knew him, and the more I grew to love him." Audrey then compared her experience falling in love with Jeremy to her love for God. She said that falling more in love with God is no different to falling in love with Jeremy. Audrey explained that to be closer to God, one must spend more time with him and to read the Bible more in order to know who he was, is, and will be. And the more we love him, the more we will be capable of loving others. Jeremy and Audrey exude chemistry based on what people see on Little People, Big World as well as on their social media. Interestingly, that was not the case the first time the two met. Jeremy and Audrey first met on a blind date, which they both admitted didn't go too well. According to the Wrap, Jeremy came too early for their blind date and Audrey was a little unprepared. Contrary to what many people believe, it was not love at first sight, Jeremy said in the video interview with the Wrap back in 2015. As Audrey indicated in her Instagram post, she fell in love with Jeremy as they got to know each other more despite not being together all the time at the start of their getting to know you stage. The work they did for their budding relationship eventually grew until the two fell in love and developed chemistry. It also helped a lot that they are both Christians who aim to emulate the love of Christ.